Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review of Seeking Sister Wives, Season 5, Episode 9, Seeking a Silver Lining. Shall, are y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it!
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. Where y'all been? And this is Auntie, and if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to get myself ready, right, to go out of town next weekend for Mother's Day, okay? And I said, okay, let me go ahead on and take my little braids out my hair, right? You know, ain't number twist, and you know how they braid your hair and then they twist the rest of it out. I was like, it ain't gonna take me no time to do it. I can do it, you know what I'm saying? Come on out, wash it and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all know we got to do to our hair. Shall by. It took me 3 days. As you all can see, I got my little, okay. It took me 3 days to get those braids out of my hair. Reason why? So, when you get the twist, right? What I had in my hair was considered or called allegedly kinky twist, right? They didn't have the regular hair that they usually have in order to do the kinky twist. Okay, yes, dum-dum, 3 days and 3 nights, really, like a hotel stay. They didn't have the proper hair in. So the method that to make it appear that it was kinky twist, child, my hair was all kinds of tied up, tangled up, twisted up. Yes, Pink Love, the takedown is the worst. I mean, it did take hours for it to get done. But I think I sat there maybe to get the style that I just took out. I think I probably sat maybe 4 hours. Ciao, bye. It took me 3 days to get it out. So I apologize, y'all, for being absent and all that kind of stuff. But a girl had to do what a girl had to do. Ciao. I'm going to get it done, redone. I'm going to get it done, redone tomorrow. At my regular girl, not these people, but my regular girl. And see, that's what happens sometimes when you make a decision that you're gonna go to somebody else. You sacrifice sometimes quality, them knowing your hair and all of that kind of stuff. Because yes, Reese, I need a business where they take out braids, honey. Yes. Because if you was in DC, I would have had you. Because I'm trying to tell you right now, taking them braids out was hell. I'm talking about hell. I did not get them out of my hair until maybe 1 o'clock this morning. But anyway, we here to talk about the seeking a sister wives. Child, let me tell y'all. That daggone Natalia is fit to be tired. I don't know what it is. Y'all got to let me know downtown in the comment section what y'all think. But to me, it appears that she feels like Dannielle did this on purpose. And we're going to talk about it. But before we talk about them, let's talk about the other ones. So this week we got to spend, some quality time with Naeem and Nailah, right? And the two of them, of course, they had went out with the little young girl. And she was eating, her potato chips and then moved on to her cheese. Then moved on to her cheeseburger, right? So, there was some very immature qualities about the young lady, but at the end of the day, she was only 26 years old, right? So they should have already known that this would not be a viable candidate for them to get into a polygamous type of relationship with, right? Because at the end of the day, they would have to mother her. So, and the previous woman that was supposed to be with them backed out of last minute. And of course, Naeem believes that she had, a lot of friends and stuff like that in her ear. And she probably did. And it probably was some red flags. So they decided that they were going to go and talk to one of their friends who are already living in a poly relationship. And so when they begin to talk to the couple, they talk this woman that, excuse me, he's currently married to is like the second wife. He had a wife that was that was married to him. He brought on this girl. And as a result of it, she's like wife 2, 3 or something like that. And when he brought her on, the other wife was like, I ain't got it to do. And so, she was talking about, being jealous in the relationship and stuff like that. And I can imagine being, first of all, I can't even imagine being in a poly relationship. That's just, what? Can't even imagine doing it. And so they were talking about, the things that come along with being a polygamist, that you have to be mature and you got to be self-confident. And, of course, we know from Sister Wives with the Browns, we know that they, try to manage, if you will, their jealousy and all of that kind of stuff. And how can you manage jealousy, right? Like, how? When you in the other room and your husband in another room with another woman and all of that kind of stuff. For the people that do it, I don't see houseway. I just don't see how they are doing this. I think that Nailah is basically trying to talk herself into this. I know that she is the one who has introduced this, but in so many ways, I really do not believe that she is ready for this relationship with him. I really don't. I don't think that she's ready to welcome another woman. And I think that she comes off, in my opinion, being extremely judgmental about the women, the rules that they have in place as far as dating somebody with the, the do's, the cans and the cannots and all of that kind of stuff. It's just kind of convoluted to me. It doesn't seem like they on the same track. And I say that because when they went out with the little young girl last week, when they went out with her, they was, she was rehearsing, I must have rehearsed my lines 1,000 times until he had them memorized. Okay. So I was like, all right, well, ain't no way in the world. I don't think she's ready for this relationship. Again, I think she's talking herself into it. Next week, honey, look like it's going to be explosive. Wait to see it. The next couple that I want to talk about is the Davises. Okay. As we all know, April is the queen bee of the Davis family. And she went out this week and had a conversation with her brother. And so when she was having a conversation with her brother, he was telling her basically that he believes that she's being bamboozled, hoodwinked, and being used. And April was, trying to tell her brother that this is something that I really want. This is the lifestyle that I want. And he was saying, why are you bringing on another wife? I think it's just too early for you all to do this and stuff like that. And she was like, I disagree with you. And he was like, basically you all are taking care of Nick. Nick doesn't work. He doesn't do anything, because April has been basically saying all season, right, that he is a stay-home dad. As we all know, April already has a son. And I believe that the brother said the son is 11. And he was like, he doesn't have to babysit your son or be a stay-home dad for him, right? And I don't know whether or not the child is being homeschooled or what the situation is with that. But he basically was like, y'all using this as an excuse to say he's a stay-home dad when he's been staying home the whole entire relationship. And he was like, he doesn't do anything. Now, by his own admission, he has already said all he do is read books. Right? So April got a little offended. You could tell by her body language and all of that she got a little offended. Oh, you said the son was 15 in the previous season? Okay. Well, I thought that the brother had said 11, but maybe I was wrong about it. But anyway, so thank you so much, Gerald. And so you could tell that she got offended by it. And the brother was like, y'all being used, and you rush into this. And she rushed to this situation, with Dannielle. And he was like, and exactly. And she just left y'all asses. You rushed into it with her, and she just left y'all. And she was like, okay. I mean, it is what it is, but this is something I want. You believe that Nick stays home all day and does nothing, but you don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on in somebody's house, right? And I don't think that the brother is really concerned about that. He's going to be moving to Florida, and it appears that the two of them have a very good and a close relationship. But April's not open to what her brother is saying, because April wants what she wants. I think that, many of us, including myself, right, kind of see Nick as the mastermind or the puppeteer, if you will. But I think that we have learned this season that it's April, because when Dannielle left and decided to get her own apartment, Dannielle and Jennifer, in my opinion, played good cop, bad cop. They played good cop, bad cop, because Jennifer was the one who was upset, didn't really have anything to say, had to, while April, who is a real puppeteer, in my opinion, was comforting and empathetic and, oh, it's okay. And Dannielle, we love you and we care about you and you're a part of this family and the baby and all of that bull. But the brother probably doesn't see his sister like that. But I think I do. I absolutely believe that these things have been April's idea. Nick was somebody who was ready to go down with the get along. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat what y'all think about it, but I'm telling you right now, ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Shane and Ashley, they cause ciao. I just say, you know what? It's just something about this couple, y'all. I cannot put my hand on it, but it is absolutely something about this couple that just seems, God, how can I describe it? It just seems really inauthentic. I don't believe it's okay. It's okay. I don't believe that he wants this. And I think what he does want is somebody, a good girlfriend for her to have in the event that he passes away from kidney cancer. I think that he is doing this because maybe doing pillow talk or during their morning breakfast, that she is driving this as well, because he's super critical about this woman who is trying, bitch, trying to sell herself because she is already in a relationship with Ashley. But I don't see Shane pursuing her. I don't see it. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Michelle Robin. Hey, Yazel. Gosh, shout out my members. I'm sorry, y'all. I just started talking about my braids. Hey, Tasha J. Hey there, Tamika. Is it anybody else? Oh, it ain't gonna let me go up no further. What in the hold on, y'all. And Maisie sitting up here pooting. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope y'all ain't hear that. Let me turn this off. He's not pursuing this woman. At all. It's like he wants this relationship to fall in his lap. He's critical of the woman and wants the woman to say all the things that he wants her to say with no participation from him. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I just don't see him pursuing her. But he's like, jealous of the fact that Ashley is. So the girl comes over to the house because they want a yes or no from her ass. They are pressing the issue and saying, we want this, we want that, dick, dack, patty rack, give dog a bone. And she's like, I felt like pressured. When we had the conversation, they invite her over to the house. This is her first time. She looks cute. He opens up the door. He really does not seem like he's into her at all. And I don't even think that it's about Ashley as much as it is about the young lady, coupled with the fact that he's looking at his mortality. I think wanting to do this, right, because you want to leave somebody behind for Ashley is probably the wrong way for him to go. I mean, let's just be serious. It's the wrong way for him to go. He should be doing this because this is something that he desires, because he's not pursuing this woman. She basically told them, right, because they sat her down, even though she had already said she felt uncomfortable, felt like, they were pressing it, her for answers and all of that kind of stuff. They still sat her down and basically was like, bitch, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And she was like, I ain't gonna give y'all an answer about that, but what I will say is I like y'all. I enjoy this. Let's continue to date before you try to get me, to commit to some. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to commit right now. We're still dating, getting to know one another. And I will promise you, I won't pursue another couple. I don't. This is the wrong thing, in my opinion, for him to do. And I don't understand trying to face mortality, right? Knowing that you have, so background, he had a spot on his kidney. They did surgery. He went through his treatments, and the cancer was gone. And it's been quite a while. So, like for me, colon cancer runs in my family. I have been very candid with you all about dealing with it right now in my family. And for me, I have to go and get checked every 2 years, every 2.5, 3 years. I get a colonoscopy because that is how much it runs in my family. So I know how it feels to have that fear. I have one of my girlfriends, breast cancer runs in her family for like 3 generations. And, you're always wondering, always trying to stay on top of it, always saying, you know what, I need to make this appointment. I need to do that. So I understand, right? Him processing through that, being stressed about that. But another human being, this young woman that they are courting, is not going to replace him. Y'all understand what I'm saying? She's not going to replace him. And I think that once he back up and realize that this person isn't going to replace him, that he is going to be missed, that his role as a husband and as a father is going to be felt by Ashley, he can then date authentically. That's all I'm saying. He's not, to me, it's not authentic because his motives is, I gotta have somebody to take care of her, in just in case I pass away. That's horrible. But I do understand, putting things in place, right? So, but I just don't think that the thing to put in place is a wife, because they are applying hella pressure to this young lady. She's told them she feel like that. Back the fuck up. Now, y'all know in the last episode, we saw Dannielle sitting downtown in the bedroom on the bed telling her sister-in-law that she's pregnant. She had this conversation with Garrick. See, I got to calm down when I get to their asses. She had told her girlfriend or her sister-in-law that she wasn't going to go to Brazil because she just told them that she was pregnant. Now, Garrick stood on the phone call for 15 hours before he even responded. And when he did, he wasn't excited or not. I noticed with Garrick, every time something happened, is God did it. God said it. Child, I'm trying to tell you, I've been looking for the scriptures. Anybody? And you know what? That's another thing that I've been confused about, right? So when they talk about the religious part of it, right? The Salahuddins, they use their religion, but their religion is different than his. So I always be curious as to, anyway, fuck it. So next thing we know, we open up this episode with Dannielle Chow in the airport in Brazil. Bags packed and all. She is going to the wedding. She has decided to put her differences to the side, although she know that Natalia don't fuck with her, don't want to have nothing to do with her, according to Dannielle, doesn't take her phone calls, barely answers her texts, But she's going out here to support Garrick. She's going out here to support Garrick. But she know damn well that Natalia's not feeling her. Now, she says that they had a conversation, and I was thinking to myself, who the hell is that? Even Maisie is sitting over there like, I need to take a damn picture so y'all can see how Maisie looking. So she gets off, she comes to the house, they got an Airbnb. He been gone 6 weeks. They was having problems up the downtown in their relationship. It's falling apart. And after 14 years since their last child, she's pregnant. Now, I thought, and y'all have got to let me know downtown in the comment section, because I'm telling you, bitch, I think I missed something. I thought that Dannielle indicated her and Garrick that they were legally divorced. We saw Dannielle crying and everything else. Y'all know we did. Downtown to the Secret Sister Wives. Dannielle rings the doorbell. She's knocking, bitch. She's kicking the door. Because I was like, either you going to knock or ring the doorbell and pause and wait. But she was so anxious, honey. She was Natalia comes to the door. Oh my God. You know, so they hugging and everything. You know, phony as hell. Oh my God. So good to see you. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah. Come on in. Oh my God. Garricky. Garricky. I said, bitch, who the hell is Garricky? Garricky. Garricky. So, see, you know, he's upstairs working in bed. I said, ugh, just the thought of that. So Garricky comes running down the stairs. Dannielle and Garrick have this kiss. Natalia is looking, she said, oh, you missed her. Oh, y'all missed each other? Oh, so y'all like missed each other? Like for real? I think Natalia is straight up competition. So the next thing you know, she like, yeah, you know, about to have a baby. So Garrick says something about the baby. Natalia's face was like, bitch, let me tell you, when they zoomed in on that, when they double take that for us, they wanted to, production said, they going to make sure that we all see that Natalia's face was fucked up about this pregnancy. So Natalia tells her, you can stay in this room. Danielle's like, oh my God, this is a beautiful closet. And she's like, you can stay here. And Dannielle was like, are you sure? She was like, yeah, you know, you could be with Garricky and all of that kind of stuff. So they decide to have a conversation with each other. During the conversation, they're talking about the baby. He's telling Dannielle that they having some issues with getting a marriage license and getting approval to get married. The reason being is one of the the reason is now one of the employees downtown to the courthouse was looking through the back. One of the employees downtown to the courthouse, the bailiff, the sheriff, the clerk of the court, bitch was downtown looking through the like. I know that ain't Garrick. I know he look familiar. Who's it? What? Bitch, when Garrick looked, he was like, he went in there, back up in there, child, and told the judge, look, this month that's standing out here that's trying to get this marriage license, that just put an application in down here to the Brazil, is already married. I know I seen him somewhere. I'm going to Google him. I'm going to do a face search on his bitch. He done found out who the man is. So now they gotta do an investigation because they said we don't play that. We gotta find out what's going on with this, which is why I brought up the fact that I could have sworn that we had the word that they were divorced. So if they pulled something up in the system, now I don't know what system, bitch, I'm just saying the system. It should have shown that Garrick was divorced. Why did they pull up or say that Garrick is married? Garrick, after they was having a conversation, never said, well, we're divorced. He said people can have a wife and a girlfriend. Bitch, who's the wife? Who's the girlfriend? Because the dude probably pulled it. They said that the dude Googled Garrick. But Garrick is divorced. Therefore, shouldn't Garrick be able to get married? I'm confused and I'm asking for a friend. Why is it that they were legally denied getting married? Now, during this thing, they was talking and all of that kind of stuff. And so Natalia was like, so were you with Garrick and y'all doing y'all thing? You know what I'm saying? That thing, that thing, that thing. You mean to tell me that you don't protect yourself doing ovulation? I thought that was so good, disrespectful. To ask me what I'm doing during my cycle and my ovulation period. Dannielle was offended. You could see it all up in her throat, all up in her veins, like around her neck. And she was like, wait a minute, what? Which what? Natalia was like, you heard me. I said, you don't make him wear nothing. Were you going through? So you just going to fuck around and come up in here and be pregnant? Dannielle was like, yeah. And Garrick was like, yeah. I mean, you know what? She said, I just, for me, basically, I think that's trifling. She was like, I've been with him. Our last baby was 14 years ago. I did not think that I had to use anything. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that Dannielle stopped taking the pills, snatched that. I'm telling you, even though I don't think that Natalia got a right to determine whether or not Dannielle and Garrick get a baby or not, because that's what married folk do. But I believe that Dannielle absolutely changed the game. Y'all let me know down in the comment section, because I'm telling you, to me, it seems like she changed the game up on his ass. 14 years? Y'all know after we ain't had no baby. Now, some of my girlfriends got remarried and had babies and stuff like that. But once your child get to be 14, unless you just love kids, you ain't looking back at a bottle, a baby bag, bitch, daycare, night care, fevers, colic, staying up all night, breastfeeding. Natalia's mad. While Dannielle and Garrick go and have their conversation, Natalia gets a phone call from the bailiff, bitch. Garrick was like, the bailiff? You already married. You can't get married again. But that's why I'm asking y'all, what did they find? We have been told that they are legally divorced, but are they? And Dannielle was like, I don't give a rat's behind whether Natalia got a problem with me being pregnant or not liking me. I ain't going nowhere. Dannielle is letting it be known, I know you don't like me, Roberta. We're going to smile up in each other's face and call each other sisters. But sister, I see you, girl. This ain't no this ain't that. This ain't that. This is something totally different. Girl, they get ready to be at, when they started talking about the divorce, about they couldn't get married and all of that kind of stuff. And then she's going to ask her about what she do with her man and all of that kind of stuff. This about to blow up and be nasty, in my opinion, because I'm telling you right now, Natalia ain't appreciating the fact that Dannielle is pregnant, that Natalia assumingly believes that Dannielle did this on purpose. And I happen to agree with Natalia, but at the end of the day, it's her husband, it's her man. Dannielle say ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. Natalia got so grossed out at the fact that she was denied, that they have been denied, that she was getting nauseated and had to go to bed. Here's the thing. Recently on Instagram, Garrick and Dannielle did a live introducing their baby girl to the world. During that time, I took a screenshot. Garrick ain't had no wedding. He didn't have a wedding band on. I peeped that. And I think I showed it to y'all. But I peeped. He ain't had no band. And he all about the jewelry and the band and all of that. He didn't have no wedding band on. So I'd already peeped that him and Natalia didn't get married. But if Natalia really wanted, he said, we just going to have to do the K1 visa. It's going to take longer. Bitch, by the time the ink gets drawn on the paper, Dannielle going to be done with Natalia, because these two women absolutely can't stand one another. It's not going to happen, Captain. It's not going to happen. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. I thank you all so much for being here. I am back, and then I'm going to be going on my Mother's Day vacation. But I will be trying to get, as much content out to you as possible. Raydella, I'm hoping that you're going to be available. If not, I'll make sure I continue to put it on subscriber mode because you got to like yourself. I'm going to be doing a couple of just some little, drop-ins on y'all tonight and tomorrow about some other things. Also, I'm going to be on my Auntie's Advice Lifestyle podcast. I am going to be talking about a Sade Robinson. Sade Robinson was a young woman who went out on a first date and was killed and dismembered by her date. He is the son of a millionaire. They have recently found that there was blood in a room in the home that is not her DNA. Not her DNA. And they have also found a grave in the back. I will be covering that and talking about that tomorrow on that channel. The video is already up, and so we're going to have a discussion about that tomorrow. I would love for you all to join me there. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for your love and your support. Y'all let me know downtown in the comments what you all thought about this episode of Seeking Sister Wife. I love you all so much. Until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye for now.